Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us on KREM 2 News First at 4. I'm Tom Sherry.
It's good to have you with us. I'm Jane McCarthy. Meade's River Point Academy is now set to close. Students, parents, and faculty are unsure of what's next for them.
Yeah, the Meade School Board decided to close the STEM Academy and the MEAD Alternative School, all due to budget cuts. KREM 2's Alexa Block has more on the students' reaction to the closure.
This isn't a regular day at River Point Academy. It's the day after the Meade School Board announced its closure. The STEM Academy, as well as the district's alternative school, won't be open next year. Roughly 200 students and faculty are affected at River Point. The district had to cut more than $11 million from the budget. Most of the students will now have to transfer either to Meade or Mount Spokane high schools next fall. Some students are looking at other non-traditional school settings like Running Start, where upperclassmen take college-level courses. But most of them say they're devastated to learn their school will soon be closing.
I cried because not just for the current students, but the ones that wanted to get in. These kids, we have a wait list of so many, and kids that wanted to apply to get in for their freshman year next year, and they don't have that opportunity anymore.
I felt two emotions, frustration and overall despair, just because I don't exactly know what I'm going to do from here on.
It's really, really heartbreaking to know that our future and a home is basically being taken away from us. It's really sad.
Some parents have even considered moving to other districts so their kids could attend non-traditional schools. Alexa Block, KREM 2 News.
We're going to take care of those who are down and pick ourselves back up. But who we are is we are a kind, compassionate, caring people. And this does not define us. It won't today and it won't tomorrow.
Well, it's happened again. One student is dead, 8 others are injured after shots were fired at a school yesterday near Denver. Now the community is trying to come to terms with this tragedy. 2
suspects are now in custody. The male suspect appeared in court today. The female suspect has not yet been identified. Whitney Ward joins us in the studio with more on how the situation unfolded. Whitney.
In Highlands Ranch is a relatively small school, has kids in K through 12 all in that same building. Today, parents of those kids got a letter from the superintendent saying that classes are canceled for at least the rest of the week. And in the last 24 hours since that shooting, we have learned a lot more about what happened. So it was yesterday afternoon. Students say 2 of their peers walked into the school and opened fire in 2 separate classrooms. Witnesses say one of the suspects walked into the room, checked all of the exit doors, then pulled out a handgun and told everyone not to move. Several students attempted to tackle the shooter. One of those students was Kendrick Castillo. He was killed. Those brave kids today are being honored for their heroic efforts. And one question is on a lot of people's minds, especially parents. Could this situation have been avoided? Some students claim that one of the suspects talked about causing a lot of harm to others in the past.
I always thought he was just messing around and stuff, but sometimes he did hint at it here and there.
So at last check, 3 injured students are still recovering in the hospital. The other 5 have been released. Unfortunately, that community has experienced school shootings before. Columbine High School is only about 8 miles away. Yesterday's shooting came less than a month after the 20th anniversary of that Columbine massacre. Students at Columbine today showing their support with a message that says, "Our hearts are with you, STEM," on that school sign. Now, as for the investigation, police are still combing over the crime scene and the suspects' homes to try and find some kind of motive. Of course, we'll keep you updated as we learn more. For now, Jane, Tom, back to you.
Whitney, thank you very much. In other news here in Washington, Governor Jay Inslee signed a bill to update the state's extreme risk protection order. What does that mean? Well, it's now going to include minors.
Yeah, the hope is that it will prevent school shootings and stop teens from hurting themselves. The bill also allows people to apply for protection from individuals under the age of 18. And if a protection order is granted, that minor would not be allowed access to a firearm.
The bill would also notify the minor's parents to remind them to secure any firearms in the home.
And back on this side of the state, Grant County Sheriff's deputies are still searching for 34-year-old Joshua Maher. They said he assaulted a courthouse security officer. This all happened in Ephrata. After the assault, he ran off. The woman who was injured was taken to the hospital with a leg injury. Anyone who sees Maher or knows where he is asked to call 911. Well, fire season hasn't even started yet, and yet crews now are battling a wildfire down on the Palouse. Officials said it's burning a heavy timber slash. The Idaho Department of Lands says the wildfire is burning 8 miles north of Harvard. It has burned more than 370 acres.
The agency says crews are expected to complete lines around that fire today. The cause is under investigation now. Tonight on KREM 2 News at 5, our Taylor Vito will have more information on the fire and how crews are getting a handle on it. Well, thousands of people signed an online petition asking Idaho prosecutors to dismiss charges against 3 truck drivers. Now, those drivers were hauling what they say was hemp. It was tested actually, and tests indicated it was in fact hemp. Now, they were arrested and charged under Idaho's marijuana trafficking statute. Those who signed this petition do not want taxpayer dollars used to incarcerate the men because hemp is legal under federal law. Under Idaho law, however, any part of the cannabis plant with any detectable amount of THC is considered marijuana.
So state lawmakers have vowed to address the discrepancy between Idaho and U.S. hemp laws, but ended the session before addressing it. At last check, about 4,400 people have signed that petition.
And we may not have to set our clocks back anymore in Washington. Washington State taking the next step to get rid of time changes. Washington Governor Jay Inslee expected to sign a bill today that would move the state to permanent daylight saving time.
Wow.
There's a bit of a catch. Congress has to approve the request. If approved, Washington would be the 3rd state to move to year-round daylight saving time. Speaking of daylight, the sun setting a few minutes later each day, and that's given us more time to enjoy the nice weather out there.
12 minutes after 8 o'clock, the official sunset time. Then we get that civil twilight, and gosh, that means it even stays even light, for another 15 minutes or so. 71 degrees, so not as warm today as what we saw yesterday, but still well above the average high of 64 degrees. We've got wind out of the east-northeast at 11 miles an hour. 46 will be the overnight low, sunny and warm again tomorrow. We'll look for a daytime high of 75 degrees. When you take a look at the weekend forecast, still on track for a super Mother's Day weekend. Temperatures well above average. 83 degrees expected on Mom's Day. I'll have the rest of your 7-day outlook coming up in a few minutes.
Well, I've noticed a lot of these already. Tom, you probably have too. Now that the weather's warmer, you may have noticed more of these wasps and yellow jackets out there.
Yeah, Mark Hanrahan joins us in the studio with more on what you can do to protect yourself from these unfriendly pests.
Just stay inside at all times. Remove any chance of coming in contact with the wasp. I'm joking, of course. Okay, so there's some good news and some bad news. The bad news, if you see a wasp on your property, it's probably because the insect built a nest nearby. Good news, though, you can do something about that. One tip experts recommend is removing any nests on your property, but they do not recommend removing it by yourself for obvious reasons. Worker wasps will do everything they can to protect the queen, which includes stinging. Depending on the size of the nest, there could be hundreds of worker wasps available for defense. This is just one of the many ways you can protect your home. Our Amanda Rowley will have a full report coming up in our next half hour. For now, guys, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you,
Well,
Mark.
we have to remember, bees are beneficial. Wasps are a pain in wherever they bite you.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
I just had to save my dog from one today who was playing with it.
They're pretty
I was like, not a good idea.
Very aggressive.
Yeah.
Going in your Coke cans, on your hamburgers, and all of that.